Hello everybody and welcome to SMB Capital. I would like to take this opportunity and thank everyone that watches our video in YouTube and also follow us in our blog at smbcap.com. What we're going to talk about today will be trades in the Forex, just going along with the market's trend. So in this case, we're going to start with this trade in the euro and the US dollar. As we had mentioned in our previous Forex videos, we have briefly talked about levels using our Fibonacci retracements as levels of support and also resistance levels using Fibonacci's at 619% level. So in this case, we recognize support using our Fibonacci level 619%. We open a long trade and then coming into the end using a reversal 619%, which is in this case used as a resistance level. So we were able to get into the long using our resistance level as a target. In this case, more or less getting 130 pips in the market for the euro and the US dollar in the uptrend. After recognizing the levels of resistance, therefore we exit the trade, and then in this case waited for a confirmation. This confirmation was based on correlations. We talked about correlations before, on how the previous trade on the uptrend was correlated with the cable on the Aussie and the US with the US dollar. In this case, we waited after reaching levels of resistance. We waited for the real confirmation on the trade, therefore open a reversal into the last trade. So in this case, we were able to go with the market's trend into an up going long, and then after recognizing targets due to resistance levels, we were able to go into the reversal for a sell short. So we were able to add onto the position by recognizing trading models. So in this case, we were able to even add, even though it had already we had a positive trade with a positive trading stop on this trade. We were able to add onto it to still go into more downtrends for the real trend. So in this case, we're expecting the euro and the US dollar to go into and breaching levels of price of 1.35 and more. So in this case, recognizing the uptrend, then recognizing the downtrend. So after recognizing resistance from the uptrend before, therefore we were able to end the downtrend to levels onto the next levels of support, which is levels of 619%. This is the end of the trade from recognizing resistance onto going into the next levels or onto lower levels of support. Now this is more or less the same thing, but now with the US dollar and Canadian. In this case, we were able to recognize resistance levels with fake breakouts to go onto a reversal trade. In this case, we were able to get more or less the last highest pips on the market, and then in this case, we were able to recognize a pronto level support. This pronto level support was based off Fibonacci retracement of 619%. At the same time, we also use what kind of correlations, since this is an area of the session, what kind of correlations we have on other pairs. Therefore, since we had no correlations whatsoever, then we ended a trade and go, in this case, onto a reversal. So after basically coming from the downtrend at the highest of the market with a fake breakout, and then recognizing levels of support, we were able to go with the market's trend onto a reverse trade, in which it was initiated, then finally reaching targets to it. So a little more than 100 pips on the sell short, and then going into reverse of almost 80 pips as a final target. As you have probably seen in previous Forex videos, we use our trading models, which is psychological price patterns based on the price, and also looking at areas of major decisions, which are levels of 609%, levels number 1, 609%, and level 0 of your Fibonacci retracements. Also, how we were able to get targets out of long trades by using resistance levels as well as targets. Also, correlations, as we talked in our previous video, are elements that are very important when trading Forex with SMB. If you have any other questions regarding our training program, you can email me at amsalazar@smbcap.com, just as you see it on your screen. And also, I'd like to thank you again for viewing our videos on YouTube. See you next time.